Former Supreme Court Justice Ian Binney spent the last 10 months wading through the messy tangle of Senate spending. His conclusion? Most senators whose cases he reviewed thought they were following the rules.
In other words, I didn't feel that for the most part they were gaming the system.
Binney was appointed arbitrator last May, just before the federal auditor general released an explosive report into expenses by 30 senators, ordering them to pay back nearly $1 million. 14 senators disputed it and went to Binney for arbitration. Today, his report reduced the total amount they owe by about half, from $322,000 down to about $178,000. But Binney says there's no doubt some senators were too quick to charge everything to the taxpayer.
Senators mixing personal and Senate business, and the sense that, well, if there's a bit of Senate business in there, it should all be paid for by the Senate. I don't think that's right.
Binney also said he imputed no bad motives to any of the senators, but later said that's because it wasn't his mandate to look at motive. He did single out Senator Colin Kenny as the worst offender. He says Kenny often stayed overnight, even on short trips, visiting his family and conducting personal business on the taxpayer's dime. Kenny now owes more than $27,000, a reduction of about $4,000. He declined to comment today. Other senators seemed relieved it's over.
The good that will come out of this is that we will be a little more careful in how we file our expense claims.
The senators involved have agreed to accept the results of this arbitration, although many are still angry that the Auditor General's report that prompted it named names.
So the reputation of a lot of my colleagues has been brought into question, and I think unfairly and unnecessarily.
Auditor General Michael Ferguson says he stands by his audit that looked at 80,000 expense items from former and serving senators. He says he still believes the Senate needs a fundamental overhaul of how it handles taxpayers' money.